Hello, welcome to another Grand Prix today. Ultra is on pole and Serra is in P2. Igor is landing on P3 with the P4 for this one. And P5 going to Tom Leon, P6 Blade Dragon Sonic, Nick on P7, U-Cable P8, Wallace P9, and Bamdas P10 from Omar P11 round off the top of the grid. Starting from bottom off Simon Fernandez respectively with Sebastian Ocampo, Roy St. Maximin, then got Tommy Duendo, Daniel Boxarov, Taco Van Horn, MP4, Bravo, there's Brunez and Sierra who ran off the grid. Here we go, 5 red lights in Canada. We're green and it's lights out and away we go! Ultra went straight for a defensive line, and that is probably the correct thing to do on Serra, as there we are, Serra trying to make a move. He's got the inside line. Icleon already got a penalty. Pulse dropping to P9 there as Bamdas just gets ahead. They are fighting though side by side, the Dacias. As the cars are flying through the section of the track here. I was going to watch from Cable's perspective as he's going to try and get ahead of Tom Leon. But being on the mediums, he's the actually lead driver of the medium tire runners. Oh, what was that? What was that Osama bin Russell move there I just seen? As Wallace gets a penalty. The people who got penalties are not doing good right now. As Babinus, yeah, that was him. He went all the way up. What was that, like 4 places or something in one maneuver? What is bro on as he's in P4 already in this race? He just knew it. Send it or get nothing. He had to do something. He had to. And that's what he went for. As Fernandez gets a track limits warning. Oh, Fernandez, you got 2 of them already. Come on, you can do better than that. And then we have DRS enabled for Davey Sarkera, because Ultra is trying to pull away this gap and it looks like it's working out for the Australian as the Brazilian is following behind, and yeah, he will end up getting DRS here, only just on the Australian. So yeah, Ultra is going to be a bit of a threat now because Davey Sarkera has got DRS and will start closing the gap. U-Cable's got a penalty, Boxarov's got a penalty, and Babinus is still in P4, which comes to my surprise, in fact, because Dacia have not been anywhere until Ultra hits the fast lap of the race in the 101s, and there's yellow flags for U-Cable. You got a penalty. They only got 10 seconds of penalties in 2 laps. Bro, this is not acceptable. There's front wing damage. You can see the crumpled front wing there. That is not good at all. Sim 2 warnings here. As yeah, U-Cable's gonna have an absolute horrendous race. As Sandy will literally drop to last place. That's how bad their penalties are gonna be right now at the moment. And he's also got the damage as Omar flies by easily. Tom Leon, I don't know what's happened to him for being down to B10. I Babinus has the fast lap of this race, which I didn't see before, but yeah, that is pretty cool. As Sergio still, yeah, he's not making up any ground. He is cooked right now, as he's got no DRS, but heading down the straight, he's catching up to Ultra pretty well, and he does set the fast lap of the race. So that is a positive down at Mercedes, as they may end up benefiting a little bit, because clearly got places. Verstio's got a penalty now as well. So penalties are being dished out, like 3 samples. A very expensive wall, yeah, like that totally makes sense, totally. But enough of the chatter. Tom Leon outside of the points. This is very unusual. What is happening to this Brazilian driver who's not been having a good run? Does Brody go back to Salva to do good? Oh, Tom Leon! Going very wide there, almost ramming into Ravo. And down the inside, Tom Leon goes, and he's gonna just get ahead of UK Ball. So UK Ball probably gonna drop it, and he does. Bogdar's gonna find some time penalty for causing a collision. That's another penalty on the Frenchman. And Ultra, oh, he's got it as well. He's got a penalty too. So that there, my friends, is the championship leader with a penalty. Ian Bamness. He's gonna find some time penalty too, and Tom Leon does. So understandably, Gorov would propel himself upwards quite a bit in this race, getting ahead of Bamness. So he's gonna clear the Dacia for now. Actually, no. Bamness stays ahead. He manages to stay ahead of Gorov. So that is pretty cool. I did not see that. Later I saw it. He almost went right to Gorov, as a matter of fact there. And now we are pulling over to the inside. And there we go. Voila, 2 moves in 1. Perfect execution as he enters the pit lane. That is exactly how you need to get into the pits. Absolute perfect coordination there. There's a penalty that was being served for Verstio. As, oh wait, BDS waits for Verstio, and that was very questionable. BDS has lost probably 2 seconds from that. And yeah, I don't understand the logic behind that. Maybe BDS was playing safe. I don't understand. I really do not. If Verstio lead driver the ones who have pit, so this is an ideal, perfect situation for the Brazilian. But could the exact same thing as what happened in Hungary and Hellas happen to him again today? Well, he gets the race lead and a few laps to loses it. Because this seems to be his curse. That is definitely his own curse that he's got. As yeah, Verstio, BDS both heading for hard. So Kara yet again on 2-stop Mercedes, loving that strategy. They absolutely adore it. And Ultra is gonna leave the pit lane, but oh, yellow flags. 3rd sector track has been cleared. Where is Verstio actually? Oh god. He is not even near Ultra at the moment. Actually, he is pretty near. The BDS would have definitely been ahead of Ultra, I think. I believe BDS would have been ahead of Ultra. Like, yeah, this is what the holdups have caused to BDS. Yeah, that is a very big mess up from Dragon. M4, 5-second time penalty, down in 19th there. As there we are, Sim is going to go by. And oh, he almost set it on Campo. Sim very close to the Filipino driver. Both of these drivers in the ERL. Watch the ERL right now. I'm telling you to do it, so you have to. You have to watch the ERL. And oh, UK Ball sending it. He's got a penalty, rightfully so. He's right into the back of Rainbow. And that is how my voice could absolutely change in a matter of seconds. Something boring is happening. Oh, something exciting is happening. Voice right up there. I was waiting because he's serving his fast penalty. He was going to get a nice little look at the Alfa Romeo garage, but also just the Alfa Romeo car. And also, I made that livery, and I think it's pretty nice. It was just a genuine 2018 concept. And also has to wait because Fernandez is able to cut up just ahead of him. And I'm looking here. Verstio is not gaining on Ultra at the moment. Ultra, I feel, is going to go at the end. So yeah, if Verstio did not have that penalty though, he would be leading this race, which would increase the chances of the carbon copy happening again. As I say, Maximin overtaking my brother Sonic. I wish we could have seen that move on BDS's end, but I guess not. As the helicopter would never get used is up there. We're just paying them to fly over an F1 track at this point. Like they're not even doing anything. They're just getting paid to fly over the track. 3 warnings over Ultra Pro, and yeah, he's got to be real careful here. As St. Maximum coming in for his first stop at his home Grand Prix, BS 5-second time penalty. Just track limits again, being a nuisance. A public nuisance everyone. A.G.E also gets a sim and gets a penalty, so yeah, track limits are a very big issue here in Canada. As Sierra gets a second track limit warning, track limits are being very annoying right now, as I'm sure you can all agree. Even down the commentary box, I really hate the track limits at this point. Like, bruh. And A.G.E, well, he's gonna go for more speed overall then by the looks of it down here. Both Revo and DRS, he's the one coming the worst of it, although if Revo didn't have DRS, A.G.E would have definitely benefited. Ultra gets 5 time early. A.G.E will drop places because he actually does not have DRS. And he's staying out on them softs for now. Just for now at least. While, yeah, Tom Leon also gets a penalty. Jesus. Too many penalties. Oh my god, bro. As the Bandito. Are you kidding me? 5-second time penalty. Once again, I am sick of this. This is just not a day, bro. And David Salkiara, he is going to look to get a P2 result, assuming he does not violate track limits and does not get a 5-second time penalty, which has been probably the thing that's been on screen most of the time. So it's been on there more times than cars have. And Ultra Pro does get a warning there, so there's a little bit of threat. The Aussie. I'm not gonna bother at this point. Omar, again, a penalty. I am genuinely annoyed at this. Like, I am very angry about these penalties coming in. Like, bro, it is what I'm never gonna mention when it's a penalty. I'm just gonna let it go on the screen, just for yourself to read. Don't be surprised if you're watching people just getting penalties, because the track limits, they are an absolute nightmare here, bro. As Ultra start the 12th lap of this GP, he leads from Theo. BDS, Gary, who actually pits and is going on to another very soft, but 5-second time penalty being there. He's having to wait, and he does wait the required amount of time, and he gets out. No issues whatsoever. Perfect stop for Mercedes, with the exception of 5-second time penalty waiting, but they had to do it legally. Fabulous. There we are, he's in P5. I almost had 6 because of his tyres. And Ocampo is P7. Well, as stands Walsh will get past him. It's on soft anyway, so I see why he would get past. As Sierra totally did not get it. I probably totally did not. What is up with frame rate in these last 1 trillion races? Like, oh my god, man. I'm actually sick of it. Yeah, that's why I can't wait to get a new phone for Christmas. I can, hopefully it's getting improvements. I can also run higher graphics settings with a good frame rate. Because we all know the time with the high graphics settings in this league. We all remember that. Frame rate was a bit of an issue. And we got pulling out of his pit box. Boundless gonna try and get past BDS, looking to try and secure P3, which I hope for his sake that he does, but I think realistically Grigorov's gonna get it. That is what I think. I think Grigorov's gonna be the one to get this. Like, think about it, Grigorov, he's on fresh tires. Revo and the Ferraris had a disaster season. is currently P11 as frame rate dies as I plug my phone in for 1 trillion time this race. As we're finally starting to get some sort of frame rate. Heading down the straight, Royce at Maximum has actually genuinely found himself B6 due to all the chaos and time penalties, which we all love this race. We love time penalties. Oh, that was just a full-on corner cut warning. Shouldn't that be an illegal overtake? Shouldn't it? I guess the FIA don't think illegal overtakes are a thing anymore. Like, just don't question the FIA. And I imagine Magnus is going to get overtaken soon enough. Grigorov suffering the pain of the FIA rules there. I'm not going to mention why because you already know why. And on board with the Bulgarian driver number 94 up through in P4. His chances of the podium places are gone. They're gone, bro. Well, actually, they're not because, yeah, BDS has 10 seconds of penalties now, which I didn't see before. And Versio once again looking to miss out on a win. Typical race for Alfa Romeo, especially Versio, as he's just given up. He's just given up at this point. Like, just get me on the tyre. I can't be bothered. I'm not risking it. Just put me on the tyres, bro. He's on the mediums now, and he's gonna leave the pits. Hopefully for himself, he can make up some form of ground. As the 200 drivers that are passing by now. Young Park 3rd sectors for Bakhtasarov. He's had a bit of a minor inconvenience as it stands. BDS will drop 2 3rds. Grigorov will move up into 2nd. Except Serrachiera is now an issue. Davy Serrachiera could see himself on the podium. So that means BDS will drop out of the podium places. Looks like nothing he can do about that one. Grigorov will go also stay in B3, Serrachiera moves up to B2. I think that's the story of this so far. So I guess the hopes for Serrachiera, for Grigorov and BDS, is that Serrachiera gets a penalty. Which is certainly possible. The rate that he's pushing at. And yeah, I feel Grigorov is going to end up passing BDS on track here. As, yeah, also Serrachiera is going to get in 5 seconds to BDS, so if he does get a penalty, it's not really going to matter anyways. But the 5 second penalty for track limits, so his gamble ain't paying off. His gamble's not paying off anymore. Also his chances of moving up to P4 are gone as well, so yeah. He's cooked. Straight away I can say that, he's cooked. Attack on Horde, 5 second penalty for track limits. I've just actually announced it, oh, oops. Who's entering the final lap is Ultravo, who's gonna now go on for a glory run. Ravo, track limit warning. Just gotta be careful. Ultra definitely has to be careful. Otherwise, he's under huge threat from Grigorov if he gets one more penalty. So yeah, that'll be Grigorov's hope for Ultra to get a penalty here in this final lap of the race. And if he's going to do it, I think it's going to happen at the hairpin. Realistically, as, yeah, BDS has been completely gapped by Grigorov. Serrachiera closed in on BDS. 10 seconds always the gap. Nick Leon's got a 5 second time penalty causing a collision. It looks like Versio is going to finish this thing down in P5. And for Ultra, once again, another race win that it's looking to be, but the penalties have completely ruined this race. He wins, but the race was not entertaining. I host the series, and yeah, I'm admitting that this race was just, it was boring. Gore gets the first sub 1 minute time here of everyone. And fun fact, he was actually probably 1 lap away from the win. And first he takes fast lap. Oh, Baroness has just committed absolute Osama bin Russell. He fully turned into the R moment. As well as able to finish the points. Same for St. Maximin in the Toyota, which is actually just genuinely impressive. As there's a car on the wall again. I'm sick of this. We've got 3 rounds to go now after this event. And Volkswagen are going to finish last again. Bruh. Absolute bruh moment. This race, get out. Don't watch this race ever again, please, unless you're making some sort of highlight thing. And yeah, Ultra wins from Gigorov and Davey Sarakiera. That's that for this result, for this race. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Let's listen to the Australian national anthem. Ultra wins with Golf and Cerquera, BDS, Versio, Babinettes, Omar, Leon was Leon, but this time it was Tom Leon. Oh, St. Maximin did not finish on the points. Oops. Those Rivo, Cable, Sebastian Campbell, Sim, and before Fernandez, Sierra, Benedetto, Van Horn, Rules, Botsarov. I genuinely feel tired after recording that race. That was an absolute boring race. Bro, Monaco was better than this. Yeah, Chapman was really got to be reviewed. So yeah, we'll see you next time when a Fun Classic returns in Hockenheim.